Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy JC here again with Wedge Koncepts. And in this video, I'm just gonna discuss some common credit card mistakes and how to avoid them. All right, so let's get to the video. All right, thank you for stopping by my channel. Like I mentioned in this video, I'm just going to go over some common credit card mistakes and how to avoid them. All right. So, hey, what's going on? I had to interrupt the video to let y'all know about my book, Broke Budgeting. Okay. It's on Amazon, 5 Simple Strategies. Okay. The link is going to be in the description. Make sure you pick up a copy. I have a Kindle version as well as a paperback. All right. Let's get back to your video. You know, credit cards can be wonderful tools, but they can also be very dangerous if you're not very disciplined in how you use them. So I just want to go over some of the common things that I've seen, that I've heard, just to make sure that we can avoid those. And one of the first things that I've heard that's more like a myth, that if you have a late payment, your credit score gets dinged. And people think that if they make the next payment on time, that their score goes back up. And that, unfortunately, is not accurate. Okay. So you could be paying on time for 2 years, a year and a half, 8 months. For whatever reason, you miss a payment, it gets reported as 30 days late. Your score drops 25 points. 20 points. Because don't forget, payment history accounts for 35% of your credit score, right? So your score drops 25 points. You're upset because you missed the payment. You thought you paid it, but you didn't. So now the next month you pay it and your score doesn't go back up 25 points. Now it will be on there for the next 7 years. Okay, that one payment, that missed payment for 7 years. However, over time, the impact will be less severe. So each year, it won't impact your score as much. All right. So again, if you miss a payment and your score drops, by paying on time the next month would not immediately get you those points that you lost previously. All right. So the next thing is when you are trying to build credit, you want to make sure that you understand that credit cards are loans, but they're also tools to help you build credit and build the relationship with the lender. That means you don't want to max your cards out. That means you want to be responsible and keep it within a certain utilization. I recommend below 10%. You're going to hear people say 30%. You're going to hear some people say 25%. If you keep it under 10%, you cannot go wrong. Promise you. Well, I can't really promise you, but you know what I mean. Keep it under 10% and you'll be fine. So as soon as you get your credit card and that credit card gives you a limit of $3,000, the first thing in your mind is not that I have $3,000. The next thing in your mind is that, oh, I only have 10% of it, which is what? $300. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's okay because we're going to get you to the 10K credit cards. But for right now, again, you're only using your credit card. Well, we'll get you to the point where you're using your credit card as a debit card. But right now, you want to keep that utilization under 10% as you're using it responsibly. Okay, so the mistake is that people don't understand that a credit card is a tool to help you build credit and build the relationship with the bank. All right. Now, the next thing is that when I talked about how if you miss that payment and how it can mess up your score for like the next 7 years, this is when you want to set up automatic payments, right? So everybody has automatic payments. Now, I am not, not a fan of automatic payments, not a fan. I like to control my money. I like to know when money comes, well, I can't really control when it comes in, but I can control when money goes out. I'm old fashioned. I remember back in the day when you used to have to write checks, you write in the ledger, you send it off in the mail, you have to wait 2 or 3 days for them to receive it, another couple of days for them to process it, and then it reflects on your account. That means you cannot spend that money in your checking account until that utility Pepco bill check clears. Okay? Now, again, it's not about me, it's about you. So, sorry about that. So, for those who like automatic payments, here's the thing. You want to set up your automatic bill payment so that way you're not paying the complete statement, right? Because don't forget, you're using cards responsibly, so you're on top of it anyway. So you'll go ahead and make the full payment when it's due right after it closes, right? So it closes on the 10th. The due date is on the 28th. You're paying it on the 13th or 14th, right? Right? Yes. Okay. You're not waiting until the 26th, 27th. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure that with the automated payments that you at least have it set for the minimum balance. And with credit cards, your minimum balance is going to be anywhere from $20, $25, $30, $35, depending on how much you spend. So at least you want that minimum payment to go through at the bare minimum, and then you can go ahead and pay the rest, and that way you won't miss any payments, right? All right. Another mistake that people make with their credit cards is that they want to close out one of those old credit cards that only has, $500 limit on there, or a starter card, or a secured credit card, and they want to close it out. They've had it for 6 years and they don't even use it, so they decide to close. Don't ever close that credit card. Just think about this. That credit card, even though it has a $500 limit or a $1,000 limit, $200 limit, it might have some age on there. Not only does that age help you, but also the number of accounts, the variety of accounts you have, all those play into your credit score on your profile. So you want that mix. You want that age. If you need to up that limit, of course, you can wait for them to up it for you, or you can contact your lender and request that they increase your credit limit. But again, mistake, do not close those old credit cards or the credit cards that you don't use. Okay, keep them open no matter what, and you still want to use them every 3 to 4 months. Some people say 6 months now. Just buy gas. Matter of fact, just take your credit card with you and go to 7-Eleven and buy some chips. Done. Keep it simple, right? Okay. Now, looking at my notes here. Yes. Okay. Some people believe, and a mistake is that, if I have one credit card with a high limit, then that's all I need, right? I have a credit card that has a $7,500 limit. I got one card because it's the one bank that I've been with for 15, 20 years. This is all I need. Let me tell you something. It might be all you need. And you know what? You know your spending habits better than I do or anyone else. So if you feel as though that's all you need, go for it. But there's a reason why when you look at mixes, to have 3 or 4 revolving credit cards, you're going to have old installment loans, you're going to have old auto loans. All of these things play into a mix that when a lender looks at you, they see that you know how to handle multiple types of credit, not just credit cards. And if you only got one credit card, you're robbing yourself of different kind of rewards and benefits, because rewards and benefits, because different credit cards offer different things. So the mistake that some people have is that they only have one credit card and they think that's all they need. At least have 2 to 3 credit cards every 6 months, once a year, just get another card. Why not? Okay. I mean, get a card that is going to benefit you, that you're going to use. Because I love my new American Express card, the preferred, 6% cash back at grocery stores. I love it. 6% cash back. Plus, you get stuff on sale. Okay, yeah. So get credit cards that you can use. Now, the other mistake, and I'm going to leave it with this. Some people believe that if you carry a balance, it will give you a higher credit score and or it will look better. It'll be more appealing to lenders. That's completely false. Now, let's make the distinction between, carrying a balance and, paying it before it's due. So I like using the example that your statement ends on the 10th. And now all that usage, that balance is now due on the 21st. Okay. Close on the 10th. Payment is due the 21st. What I'm saying is that you want to pay that balance in full. If it's $50, you don't want to pay $25 the minimum and I'm just going to leave $25 on there because I want to carry a balance so that way it'll boost my score. No. What gets reported is most important. That you had a balance, you used credit, you made a payment on time, actually before it was due, and you paid in full. All right. So just to recap, common mistakes. Number one, if you miss a payment and you're pay on time the next month, those points you lost do not automatically get added back to you that following month. Okay. The second thing is that credit cards are used to build credit as well as build a relationship with the lender over time. Okay. It's not there just to max out and go wild out. All right. The third thing is that, you want to make sure that when you get a credit card and you get that limit of $5,000, that in your mind, you're saying, I only have 10% of that. So that means $500 is really where I want to stay around. I don't want to go above that. Okay. The next mistake is that you never want to close out old credit cards, old accounts, even if the limit is small, even if it's a card you never use, even if it's a secured card, you never want to close it out. And lastly, you never, ever, ever want to carry a balance thinking that it will boost your credit score or it looks good for the lender. All right. So hope you found that helpful and useful. And as always, do me a favor. Do not subscribe. Do not click the like button. But take this information, use it, apply it, share it with other people so they can use it and apply it. And let's build something together. All right. Take care.